The long arm of the law has arrived.
What's up, Zach? What's going on?
Man. Yeah, let me get one of these light arrays, dude.
Yeah, check it out.
Dude. Okay. LT1.
Yep.
Just early 4th gen. We got to do something about this ride height, though, bud.
Yeah, a little high?
Yeah, it's a little bit high. I think we can go down about 2 inches on this at least.
At least.
Yeah, and I didn't hear any supercharger noises either. So
nothing.
That's not. Come on,
that's
now.
not gonna.
You're better than that.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're better than
sorry.
that. What's happening, folks? Welcome to the Chop Shop. The police are here, but not for normal reasons.
Well, good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
I wanted to stop by. I was in the area. I said, "Oh man, I can go see my guy Zach."
Yeah, dude. Well, welcome. You know, it's a little small, but you know, we get a lot done. It's small, but it's honest work.
Good things come in small packages. So.
Sometimes, you know.
I saw you were working on your Camaro. I said, "Oh, we should bring out the old '96 and go check out the shop."
Hell yeah, man. Well, this is it. I mean, I got most of the cars are outside because obviously space is a little bit tiny in here. But yeah, this is the new project we've been working on. So this is the 2002 Camaro SS that it was supposed to be a simple build, and then it really spiraled out of control fast. So tore out all of the driveline. We got a Smetting Performance, 427 cubic inch, essentially LS3. There's no GM parts on it hardly at all, except for like knock sensors and the water pump and power steering pump. But yeah, it's pretty sick. We did a bunch of dyno tests on it to try to tune like different runner lengths and stuff. Wound up running with the long runners on this fast LSXR manifold, and we have a nice, usable, very fat power curve. So like average horsepower and torque on this, really good. It'll be perfect for the street, and that's the goal of the car, was to just make the perfect street car. So there's still a lot of work to be done on it, but most of the good stuff right now, at least, is on the bottom side.
Yeah, let's check it out.
You want to see it?
So you've built a lot of cool custom cars.
Mm-hmm.
What draws you to a certain car, body style, make? Like, what's your go-to?
I don't know, it's just stuff that I like, you know? Like, I'm just finally able to start building the things that I always wanted to like have when I was younger, but couldn't afford. And now that I can do it and have the skill set and the contacts to be able to put like cool stuff together, that's what I do. And like this actually, the whole purpose of this was like, this came about in a really wild fashion, but I was able to pick this up really cheap. And in high school, I always wanted one. I had a bunch of friends that all had F-bodies. They were all fast. I had a friggin' Mustang Cobra, so I was getting stomped all over the place. It was the last Ford I owned, basically. But yeah, I always wanted to build one of these. But so when we did it, it was like, okay, let's build the ultimate, like this perfect street car, right? Not too crazy like that, right? Where it's just almost unusable because it's just unloads tons of power, and it also drinks fuel like it's going out of style. But this, it was like, okay, we could basically do most everything is just bolt together, right? Tons of cool parts on this. So it's got a full UMI subframe and A-arms. It's got QA1 coilovers, QA1 sway bars. Come back to here, we got like a this is a UMI cross member, but it has a relocation bracket for the torque arm. And then got QA1 torque arm, got a Detroit Speed 9-inch that actually has the torque arm plate built into the housing for the third member. Obviously QA1 sway bars. It had this panhard bar on it, so I didn't get a new one. But yeah, and then obviously QA1 coilovers in the back. Got bare 14-inch rotors and 6-piston calipers on all 4 corners.
Nice.
Upgraded the fuel pump just simple stuff, drop in 340. And then, and then transmission, just, kept the T56, put a Tick Performance throw-out bearing, the Monster Clutch twin disc package, their slave cylinder or master cylinder, and it's got a 300M input shaft and then a billet Tick Performance shifter. Excuse this wiring that's hanging down. I still got to, run that. That's for the transmission, but yeah.
And
Oh, and then the head.
Yeah, what's going on with the headers? What coating's on there?
So the headers, they're just some cheap off-the-shelf headers that I bought, but I didn't want them to look cheap. So I took them to my buddy David at Cerakote SoCal, and he whipped together this beautiful, like, shiny gold Cerakote, and they're piston coated on the inside. It's the same thing we did on the Tahoe over here, and the crazy thing is, like, the heat dissipation's really fast with that. So, like, when you got to change spark plugs, you don't have to wait like 2 hours for the headers to cool down. Like, we were on the dyno running that, and right after a pull, within 5 minutes, we could pull the spark plugs out and not be burning ourselves on the headers. It's pretty wild.
That's pretty cool to find something that has purpose as well as looking really good.
Yeah. It's one of those things though. It's like, you got to be so ginger when you're getting them in, you know, because like you don't want to scratch them up.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else is on this? We also did a Detroit Speed tuned steering rack and Detroit Speed's C5 hubs. So it's like a hub adapt. It's kind of like, it's wild. You use the C5 hub, but it's got like a billet piece, so you can actually adapt it to the stock spindles. And so I mean, basically all of the suspension, steering, engine, rear end. Oh yeah, well I mean the axles in that 9-inch they're Moser 31 spline, and then it's got a Detroit True Track in the back. So I mean this thing should go real well. It's not gonna break any records, but it's gonna be like I think having 550 to 575 rear wheel horsepower in a street car is like perfect. You know, it's usable. It'll do everything you want, but it's not like overbearing and like undrivable in traffic, which like. This I can drive in traffic.
This is wild.
But, you know, it doesn't miss an opportunity to stop at a gas station. And it's on E85, so like it just drinks. I mean, we were doing almost 2 gallons per pull on the dyno.
2 gallons on a pull, wow.
But it gets down. So this is a 427 cubic inch motor with a Dart block, Dart 8 counterweight billet crank. It's got boost line V2 rods. It's got some custom JE pistons that we did a lot of design on so they could withstand high RPM, extreme load for like a long period of time. Basically, the goal was, can it withstand roughly 2,000 horsepower at 3 minutes straight? Which, if you're building a drag car, you're only on for a couple seconds, you know? And, you know, you don't need as much structure and support. So this was like kind of an interesting process of like designing things that will withstand the, you know, doing stupid burnouts until the tires pop.
Yeah, that being said, 3 minutes, sounds like you're talking about something. Would this happen to be going to Burnout Wars ever?
It will eventually, but like I don't have the capacity to be towing it across the states or the funds to be like dragging it. Most of our shows are on the East Coast and the South. So it'd be like $5,000 to get the thing there. You know what I mean? If we wind up doing SEMA this year, I'll bring it out. Yeah, I want to like throw it around a little bit. But it is 4-wheel drive, right? So like that becomes a bigger problem because the SEMA pad is really, really small. And you need a little bit of space to get this thing rotating in 4-wheel drive. It will blow the tires off in 2-wheel drive. It'll blow off in 4-wheel drive too, but like, you know, if you really want to do some stuff and not tap a wall, because the sheet metal isn't very replaceable on these. Yeah. So there's that. It's probably a way better drag truck than anything. Yeah, it's really fast. I love that. Okay. It gets down. I mean, we have it turned all the way down and set to like the safest possible setting humanly possible on this. And it's still made like 1,000 horsepower at the tires and 1,300 foot-pounds of torque. Jeez. And we still had like 1,000 RPM to go, but we cut it off so that way, you know, it's like as a safety measure if like the, you know, blowers like this sometimes, it won't push through a rev limiter. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like figured give it 1,000 worth of headroom. And so yeah, I mean, it's still completely unusable on the street. So,
but it's a cool car.
Yeah,
another one of your cool builds.
It gets down, and then this has like it's a Gearstar 4L85E. It's level 4, so it's got all 300M billet internals. It's got a billet yank converter, billet Mazir flex plate. It's got custom drive shafts by Drive Shaft Pro, and then it's got a Curry 9-inch in the rear, and then QA1 coilovers and a custom 4-length that we built for it. Still on torsion bars, just because it keeps it more stable. Although it adds like 300 pounds to the mix, but yeah.
But you had a good time designing the JE pistons and everything. You guys really spent some time figuring out.
Well, they did, yeah. They did. I am not the guy, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, they got some smart people over there.
That's really cool.
So yeah, it parties. It parties a lot. But like I said, drinks a lot of fuel.
2 gallons of pool, that's amazing. That's, oof.
You know.
We need to get you some E85 sponsor for that. That's
yeah. If I could have some help with that, that would be incredible.
Propel.
Let's holler at your boy.
Let's get him.
So yeah, man.
Well, cool. I wanted to come by and, obviously check out your shop. I haven't been down here. You've been here for a couple years now, and it's exciting to see all the stuff, and I'm always seeing you build cool cars. I wanted to just introduce you to our program where we work with high school kids on automotive, and I thought, how cool would it be?
No, that'd be rad. I mean, so look, growing up, I was in the era where they still had shop class, and then they pulled it out of high school when I was there, right? And that was a huge bummer, because I think a lot of us, we're not built for reading books or just following a bunch of rules and just like get in line, show up, sit at a computer, do this. Like, we need to work with our hands, right? So like, that's a cool program. If there's any way I could be a part of it and like help out, like I'm down, like, because there's a lot of kids like me that probably, the book stuff, it ain't it. You know what I mean? But this keeps me out of trouble.
And it keeps you busy, and it seems like you're doing really well. So, I mean, we want to expose the kids to experiences and stuff that, like you have, where you grew up, and maybe you didn't want to do that and go this way, but you ended up here. How did you end up here, by the way, cars? What drew you to cars?
I always loved cars. I always like motorcycles and cars. Like, my mom's whole family built like really cool, like hot rods and boats and like stuff like that. But unfortunately, most of those people died before I got old enough to be able to like really learn from them. And, I wound up going to college, which was fun, but like, I don't use any of that information. So basically my life was like a big, how do I get back to this thing I love? And, essentially like I was always doing like building motorcycles and stuff like that because I could never afford cars. And then, somewhere along the line, I quit my job doing sales and stuff like that, learned how to use a camera, learned how to edit, spent literally every waking hour. I mean, like 16 to 18 hours a day, every single day for like a year and a half. And, got to the point where I was capable enough to, proficient enough to put stories together and like do all that stuff. And then it just worked its way back into the thing that I love, which was cars. And then somewhere along the line, made a job for myself at Huntington because they needed editors. And then, so then 10 years passed, here we are now.
Here you are, doing all kinds of amazing stuff. What do you got coming up? I know you got a trip maybe coming in the works.
We got a bunch. So right now we are rebuilding Huntington's 632 cubic inch third gen Camaro. I'm gonna be taking that on SICK Week. So it's the SICK 66 event. That's in a month. So I actually go to the engine dyno tomorrow. We spent all weekend getting the engine together. We ran into a few little hiccups because there's a lot of prototype stuff on that engine that didn't make it to the production engines. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of changes. So we had to do a bunch of work. Spent like 3 20-hour days getting that thing together. But it's together now. We're gonna dyno it tomorrow, throw it in the back of the truck, bring it down, slam it into soupies, and then start getting that whole thing together. So that's coming up. We've got, I got to get this thing finished. So, still a little bit of work to do. We got to get the interior done. I got some custom wheels coming for it that I had made. We're going to change the color on it. It's going to be Hugger Orange.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be cool, but I want to be able to get this thing out to some like events. I want to take it down a drag strip just to see what it'll do. I don't think it's going to be crazy fast, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then, just a bunch of Burnout Wars shows, like hopefully we get into SEMA. It's coming up really quick. But if somebody signs on the dotted line, then we're there and burning it down for all you guys, and that's free. So if you're in Las Vegas, you get to come. You don't need a ticket. You can just rock up to it.
That's a must-see. If you guys go to SEMA, the way you guys put that Burnout War together, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's nonstop destruction 100% of the time. So if you don't have fun there, you probably shouldn't like any of this stuff. Very loud, lots of smoke, tons of fire, tons of good times. Yeah, we got that, and then we got to build out our schedule for next year for Burnout Wars. That's coming up, and then also going to Australia for
the Down Under.
Yeah, man. So we got the Adelaide 500 coming up. That's Thanksgiving week, and that should be pretty cool. So I think rolling out there with the dudes from Big Time, and it's gonna have some fun.
Yeah, take some friends and family out there, have a good time.
Yeah. You want to see any of the other cars?
Yeah,
I got
check
a couple
out.
of them. So here's some of the other ones. We got the first gen Raptor that we got dirt cheap in Arizona a couple years ago. This has like a full ADS suspension kit on it, and then up front, we actually did some more to it with the boys from HRD, Hannah Race Design. It's got one of their mini travel kits on it. This has been the best, most valuable vehicle I've ever bought. Right?
Really?
Like as far as it works super well. You can rely on it, and like the suspension work makes it I mean, it does everything you want it to do. And it's not like too ostentatious where it's like, you know, I didn't go like super long travel where it's like now you got like a 1.5 foot wider, you know. Plus it's on E85 right now. The guys from E-Flex Fuel, I tested one of their kits on this. Somehow it gets better gas mileage on E85 than it does on gas.
Wow.
I think it's just because it doesn't have to shift a bunch, but like it runs way better. So that's been saving my life on gas prices.
Amazing.
This is dirty as hell, but this is my C6 Z06. It's got my BFD cam that we designed with Texas Speed in it, some of the 285cc heads, full exhaust, tuned it on HP tuners. Works great daily. Gets good gas mileage at, you know, triple digit speeds. And yeah, just, you know, we still got to do a little work to it though. Like I wanted to take and do like a new clutch, torque tube, got to put some suspension on. It needs some new wheels. It definitely needs a good wash.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but you know, it's you know how things get. And this is Old Faithful here.
Yeah, the square body.
Here, let's get the goods going. So this is my 572 cubic inch big block powered 78 Jimmy. Again, it's dirty. We were out in the desert with it a little bit, but this thing parties. It did 860 horsepower on the engine dyno. Haven't had it back to the wheel dyno yet, but you know, it is tuned. It gets down, but this thing is like taking a beating so much, and it just keeps licking. It will not stop. And yeah, just, you know what, big cubic inch, big block stuff, it just works well.
It does.
You know, makes all the torque, makes all the power. It might like a little gas here and there, but you know, it actually gets better gas mileage now than it used to.
Yeah?
So we switched over to
fuel injection?
Yeah, we switched over to port injection on it, and now I'm able to get like 12 miles to the gallon out of it.
That's actually really good.
I mean, not bad for, you know, a crusty old truck that...
Man, I was just checking out every car we looked at today. They all have anti-gravity batteries.
Oh yeah. Well, one, they weigh nothing, right? And two, they work so damn good. And for all these, like, they just need so much cranking amps to turn them over because, you know, it's compression, big motors. So like these things make it, like this one is like, this is a 1500 cranking amp unit. And then obviously I got it in the Camaro, got it in my Tahoe. Got it on the turbo Escalade over there we haven't seen yet. Got one in the Vet, got one in the Raptor. I mean, it just worked good. And plus, you know, the best part is, luckily I don't have too many, like I don't have power drains, but like if you happen to, it's got the restart, which lifesaver, because say if you haven't driven something for a long time, you know, it doesn't leave you stranded. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Anti-Gravity because they've supported me for a long time. And yeah, I love those. Yeah. Plus, you know, when you got to keep the weight down, it's
way to go.
It's way easier than diets.
That's why we use them in the Sheriff Camaro too. Everybody always asks, how do I keep the lights running so long? Well, we have some cool deep cycle anti-gravity batteries. So.
Hell yeah.
Well, thanks for having us at the shop. This was really amazing.
I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing all the cars in person. I've seen a couple of the different events, but it was nice checking it out at the shop and, of course, the old cars as well. I'd love to bring the kids and kind of share your story with them, showing how you started off loving cars. You had to go get a job. You went to college. You didn't really do what you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
But then it found its way back, and
of course,
now you're doing what you love to do.
I'd love. If you want to bring kids by, no problem. You know what? If I could inspire one person to be like, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm down.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, it's way too fun. It's hard. It is a lot of work. It's way more work than having a job. But you know what? It's a hell of a lot more rewarding when you get to do whatever the hell you want and, you know, build cool things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think seeing your shop and what you've done throughout your life is an inspiration, and I think those kids would really go, man, I can chase this car thing. It's possible. Look at it's possible. You have your own shop. You do what you want. You're your own boss. You want to build this car, you build it. You know.
Yeah. Bring it by. Can I get some free labor out of that?
Yeah.
I need somebody to sweep the floors. Let's go.
Well, they got to start at the bottom and earn it like you did, and we all appreciate it. So.
Well, hey, I appreciate you. And you know what? We got to get to the racetrack.
Yeah, let's do it.
Can I bring that thing out?
Yeah, I think we got to get this out.
Can I put you? You mind if I put that against your Camaro?
Yeah, let's do it. Bring it out to NHRA in Pomona.
You heard it here first.
Let's go racing.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Don't cry if you get smoked.
I'll just turn on the lights.